everybody. Happy ridiculously snowy Sunday from Lincoln, Nebraska. I have had to shovel my walk 3 times, and I am not gonna lie, that makes me very, very angry. For those of you that have been following along, I feel like I need my feelings wheel to actually talk about the feeling that I feel about this snow, and yet there is not a single word on that feelings wheel that describes how I feel about this outrageous letter. So anyhow, I am coming to you Sunday morning with something that's pretty important that I want to talk about, and that is gaslighters. I feel like I've got a lot going on right now. I've got a workshop that I'm hosting in Lincoln on Thursday. I am going to Australia in a week and a half. Don't even talk to me about that. That's outrageous. But lately what I've noticed is I feel that I am surrounded by gaslighters. And so I wanted to take some time to talk to you about what gaslighting is, how do you recognize that behavior, and then what can you do if you find yourself being gaslit by somebody. So first off, what is a gaslighter? The very best way that I can describe a gaslighter is it is someone who makes you feel like you have just flat out done lost your mind. You second guess everything, you question if you did something right or if you did something wrong. And the whole purpose of gaslighting is to override your reality with their reality. So I will tell you right now, a telltale sign of if I'm being gaslit is I turn to friends and I say, okay, hey, I need your opinion on this. Am I absolutely losing my mind here? And usually if I have to ask somebody if I'm the crazy one, it means that I am being gaslit. Now, people who gaslight, their behavior can be pretty insidious, right? It's kind of secret. It's not like they come out and say, hey, Marianne, guess what? I'm gaslighting you. If that were the case, it would be super easy to spot them. So what I'm going to do right now is give you some really, really typical behaviors of a gaslighter. So the first thing that they do is they just blatantly lie. Like it's not a little white lie, like they just flat out lie to your face. The second thing that gaslighters do is they deny even when there is proof. And to me, this is one of the most crazy making things. Like you look at them and you're like, I have all of this evidence that you behaved this way. And they're like, no, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what reality you live in, but that is not what happened. Other things that they do, they use what is near and dear to you as ammunition. So this looks a couple of ways. All of a sudden they start, hi handsome. Alexander says hello. Yes. All of a sudden they start to try and hone in on those friendships of yours. Maybe they invade your space that matters tremendously to you. What they do is they know what matters to you and then they try to hone in on that. Other things that gaslighters do, they wear you down. Oh my gosh, they don't stop. And eventually you're like, I am done fighting this, whatever you say is right. And you just back down because you are tired of the fight. Something else, their actions don't match their words. So they'll say something like, Marianne, I honor you and I respect you. And then they will go out into the world and they will do something that clearly shows that they do not honor you or respect your wishes. Something else, they know how to confuse people. They know that with their lies and with their denials and with their crazy making tactics, that what you're going to start doing is second guessing yourself, and they're going to get into your head and you're going to be like, whoa, hold on. Maybe I don't really have a full understanding of what happened. I think that using the confusion method is probably one of the most crazy making things that they do. 2 more things that they do. Next, they align people against you. So what they're going to do is they're going to go and they're going to tell their side of the story to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers, so that all of a sudden people are on their side, they are not on your side. And finally, they're going to try to make you out to be the crazy one. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, Marianne is just totally off her rocker. I know that she says this is what happened, but let me go ahead and tell you, she's just done lost her mind. This is the reality of the situation. So I'm going to bet that some of those behaviors have your mind like kind of spinning right now. And you're like, oh, I think I might know somebody like that. So what can you do if you are being gaslit? Well, the very first thing that you can do is recognize the pattern. Gaslighting only works when you do not realize what is going on. And if you are able to say, you know what, that person just blatantly lied to me and denied something that I have evidence for, what that's going to allow you to do is say, okay, I'm not going to participate in this behavior. And there's power in not participating. And when I talk about not participating, you do not acknowledge it, you do not interact with it. Remember, negative attention is better than no attention. Next thing you can do. Please remember that when it comes to gaslighters, it's not about you, it is all about them. They have to have control and they have to have power. And the way that they do that is try to change your reality. Most people that gaslight are insecure. And in order to feel safe and in order to feel like they are in control, what they do is they try to have the upper hand with the people that are around them. Next thing you can do. Please remember you can't change them. I think that oftentimes as rational human beings, we'll put together our evidence, we'll put together our case, and then we'll say, hey, I'm going to go and try and have this conversation so that they see my point of view and we can resolve this. Nope. They have no idea how to operate in a world where they don't gaslight. So you cannot change them no matter how hard you try. Next. If they consistently gaslight you, because sometimes I think that this is a defense mechanism that we can all fall into every once in a while. But if you are with somebody that consistently gaslights you, I want you to ask yourself, is this a relationship that I need to be staying in? So if it's your boss that consistently gaslights you, is this a job that I want to be staying in? If it's a friend or relative, do I want to put some distance between us? Because really and truly, their behavior most likely isn't going to change, and you just have to decide if this is healthy for me. Next thing. Have a friend that can check your reality. Do not post your nonsense on Facebook. Do not ask 900 different people for their opinion. I have a handful of people that I trust tremendously. And when I'm in a situation where I think that somebody is doing a little bit of crazy making, what I do is I call my friends and I say, hey, I need a reality check. And I want to make sure that I am not one that's adding or participating to this behavior. And I just want to make sure that I'm checking for my sanity. And then finally, the last tip that I have for you is to help you get that sanity. I'm going to encourage you to take out a piece of paper and make a list of all of the events that happened from your perception. Now, what you want to do is you want to stick with the facts. And so when you are dealing with a gaslighter, you might write, on this date, this happened. On this date, this happened. This is what I said. This was their response. And then by doing this, you actually have a tangible document that when you feel like you are just about to lose your mind, you can pull it out, you have the facts right there, and you can remind yourself, no, this is not about me, this is about them. Y'all, please, seriously, gaslighters, they are absolutely can make you feel like you're losing your mind. And so what I want to tell you is that you aren't. You are not losing your mind. Hi, handsome. You are not losing your mind. This really is all about them. And please do whatever it is that you need to do to protect yourself and protect those from you from gaslighters. So anyhow, Alexander and I are going to go enjoy the snow, and I am certain that I will be talking to you all very soon. Anyhow, have a very, very happy Sunday. Bye, y'all.